This is actually the YF-58 and the fishing edition. There's just been so much custom stuff that we've done on here. We've sold it to 3 Yahoos from Victoria. So you've got Dermot, Brendan and Drew. Let's see if they're best mates after they're all footing the bill together on a boat. But between the 3 of them, they've done some really incredible things to this boat. What is now different on the YF-58? So it is welded high tensile plate, both sides tucked into the extrusion, which allows a 3rd weld rather than just the 2 together. But interestingly enough, on the new model, they've actually widened the chine on that one. What that's going to do is give you more stability at rest than what you had. What they've actually done with the new model is they've actually broadened what we call the shoulder of the boat. So they've actually widened it here, allowed them to refine the entry point again, so slightly finer entry, wider shoulders, and the Strakes have actually run further and deeper. So what it's doing is it's creating its own natural lift, and so it's creating lift in the hull, and it's very, very sure-footed. I took the boys on the water test the other day, 4 larger Australians. They're all my size and bigger, so they're a disgrace. But what we've done, 4 of us on there, 42 knots at 6,000 RPM, and it is really, really predictable at that speed. The new Minn Kota Instinct self-deploy. The lads are full capitalists, so that's what we've done. And over here, they've actually supplied their own bar, their own light bar. Dan, if you can get in close to that, you'll just hear my voice and I'm off the screen. But the idea behind that is they've got a penetrating beam as well as a back floodlit. This one's also running with a full lithium kit with a lithium DC charger. So when they do go to the territory and they do the longer runs, it will actually allow the outboard to charge the lithium battery as they drive. If you haven't seen the Humminbird Live system, you really need to have a look. This allows us to put the pole over the side of the boat, transducer on the end, and what it does is it gives you 360-degree visibility around the boat. We went for the full 150 on there, the inbuilt integrated hydraulic steering. We did get 42 knots out of this baby with 4 larger men on board. Fantastic performance. The whole shot was unbelievable. 150 Yamaha, kind of tried and true. It's a proven product. They own 18% of Toyota. I don't know why you'd buy another outboard other than the Yamaha. The new fishing edition, part of the standard inclusions now is the beautiful sea deck up and down the gunnels, and they've now fitted the bait station bait master off the big girls. So what you've got is a full with loaded drawers. Fantastic. Seats are obviously removable and on slides. New seats, we've cut those to side. Gunnel pads, full sea deck flooring on it, all the way to the front. Show them the casting deck, Dan. It just looks awesome the way they've done that. And what I really wanted to show you too is we've improved the console. So the console is folding, but we've also got a fairly large console. So cup holders up the top there. We've actually got a glove box there, hidden the remote for the Minn Kota. Switch panel across there. Brownie actually handmade the key switch for us just to save us a little bit of space. We've got some really good techs here, guys. If you do need something solved, please bring it down to Brisbane Yamaha. We can solve the problem. But what we've got is a full Humminbird 16-inch Apex that fits in there. CL5 gauge. Everybody loves a CL5 gauge. And they've also fitted a Fusion stereo. The new front casting deck and the new storage hatch. Have a look at this. Also got the lithium hidden down the front. Dan, have a look at that. If you just pan to the right there, you'll actually see where Brownie's actually wired this one in. I think the customers would appreciate how neat the wiring is, all ready to label. We've got DC to DC chargers in there. We've got Minn Kota fuse blocks. Everything's ready to go, clearly labeled, clearly put out of the road. Still got a huge area here. I haven't put them onto the boat, but with your standard features on the fishing pack also comes a full esky, a full kill bin bag as well. So you've got a fish bag that you can ice up and put them in there with the esky. We have room to put the esky in here, but what the boys did, which I thought was good, we've also wired the lithium battery down to this little Anderson plug hidden there. So the boys had an idea of taking the fridge out with them as well, and then that way they can get their hands on a cold beverage at a moment's notice. So you can fit a fridge under here, the lithium's under there for the Minn Kota. We've also got an Apex 13. Now, what was interesting about the way they were set up, and we had some fun on the water with this, they're obviously linked. So you can run the same picture on the screen at the same time, but what we were doing, we had the front hooked up to the live, sat on the pole, and we were actually watching the bull sharks come up underneath us in the Caboolture River there, because we were tapping the water. If you ever get bored with the kids, bang the water a little bit, turn on your live, and have a look at what's underneath your boat. Kept us entertained. But what we had was, that was fully coming up on the front 13-inch screen. On the 16-inch screen, Gomez, who's our assistant service manager, he was with Brendan down the back, and they were actually looking at a live 360 vision at the back of the boat from the rear transducer. So surely, with 29 inches of screen, they won't miss too much out on the water. What the boys wanted was a full hatch cover that was strong enough for them to stand on. So what we've done, we've got a couple of local fabricators, custom fabricated a plate to go on the front, fully reinforced, so even the big lads can stand on it. And what it does is it just opens up that beautiful space where the anchor bin was. Allow that. Bowie fitted this one for me. Our own latch, stainless hinges, and I do have a couple of suppliers. CNC Boards is just an awesome guy to work with. Brendan down there, he actually matched the colour and he put the YF logo on there. Price on application for obvious reasons. What we've actually had to do is, instead of a standard alloy frame, actually get a custom stainless frame made, obviously to our size and our specs, but we had to do that with stainless steel fittings, and we've actually used a cable with a stainless pelican hook because it just can't come undone on the water. The reason we've done that, we thought the boat would be good for somewhere between 38, 40 knots, and actually did 42 knots, and so the boys do want to be able to get there quickly, they want to be on the water, and they need the shade. So what we've got obviously is the canopy in the up position and a stainless strut bar. I'm going to fold it next, show you what it looks like in the sock. Similar to a standard 4-bow bimini, folded the cable inside. What we're relying on is the strut bar. The strut bar is going to allow us to put the sock on. Nice and safe now to tow, especially when you're out on the water or when you want it out of your road when you're fishing. So the sock, the strut bar, packs away. And I'm going to show you something really cool that we've done. It actually folds to a third position just in front of the motor so that it become part of that cover. Here we go, position number 3. What we've done here, put the strut bar and put the stainless fitting down on the deck. What we're going to do is it just gets it further out of the road when the boys are fishing, but more importantly, because they want a tow cover that's going to run from here to Victoria to the Territory when they're barra fishing, what it does is it actually becomes an artificial bow. The cover's going to go up over it and down over the outboard. This is the full cover. Now look, what we've done here, we don't normally like to go over the top of the Minn Kotas, but we've had to gain the shape and the ability to tow and being self-deployed. So what it's also got on it, of course, is the stabiliser bar, and we've done that there. If you zero in on that, Dan, we've actually sewn soft carpet in and around that shape there, and that allows us to pull in. And what he's done is he's actually taken what we call a horizontal dart rather than a vertical dart, and that continues to just compress the canvas. I hope you like the colour. They call that one smoke. It's a really nice looking colour, not just grey, almost a denim look. But the secret to it all is that we've got tie downs underneath there, and then right up underneath there you can see the tension. It's a circular rope that's actually sewn into this. So the rope gives it tension, and these straps just hold it down until the tension's there. Like all good customers, they're gonna hop out every couple of hours and check that the ratchet strap is tight. You can come this way, I'll show you how it works at the back. That's where the canopy was hidden. I showed you the folding position of the canopy. That's on a strut bar, and it requires no rub panel then to go over the top of the bait board. So that works there. We come down over the motor. There is a cow cover on the motor, guys. We've got all of that done as well. And then this, Dan, is where it pulls down underneath the corner. And so that's been reinforced really heavily, and then it relies on that there and a ratchet strap. So the lads are going to just ratchet strap that up every couple of hours and just make sure nothing's moved on the cover. The enemy of a cover breaking is movement. So there's more still you can keep the canvas, the more durable it's going to be. Just a lot of fun, a hell of a cover, and it was a hell of a boat. I'd just like to say thanks to the 3 lads. It's been a lot of fun building your boat. If you ever do build that 7-metre console, let me know. We'll have another run. It's not really an Iranian gunboat. Someone just said it looked like a Navy ship, but it's not. Thanks again, guys, and thanks for watching. We'll see you soon at Brisbane Yamaha.